Hello guys, it's Drake Soul here with a new video. This time around I'm gonna focus on the sliders, the character sliders. I'm not really gonna focus a lot on stats because I've already showed them in my other videos. If you're interested in the stats themselves, you can, of course we're gonna talk about the builds, right? But if you want the stats, if you want the weaponry, you wanna know every single little detail, go to the character video that I have up on my channel, and yeah, you can copy the build there if you want to. But I will be releasing the previously unreleased character sliders because I think I did pretty well. I mean, I posted a little bit of the characters on the Elden Ring slider subreddit, and people really liked it. So yeah, I'm going to release them now so that you can actually use them to make the builds and whatnot. It'd be actually pretty fun if I could, you know, gather a group of 3 other people and we go through the game as the Fear and Hunger gang. I think it would be pretty fun. So if anybody is interested in that, I'll be leaving my Discord as well down in the description for that. But anyways, backhand blades. This is basically the highlight of the build, is the counter attack with the backhand blades. It's just so strong. It deals so much damage. But yeah, all it took was 600 damage for that guy. So not really showcasing it at its full potential. But yeah, oh yeah, look at that! Look at that fucking running attack. I don't know what's up with curve swords on the running attacks, but they're really strong. And yeah, as I said, you can find the character sliders. I'll leave a timestamp for each character sliders that I'll be showing today, so that you can check them. Quickly. Something else I wanted to talk about. Holy crap! Look at that! Look at the amount of iframes you get for just spawning in, and people still manage to just spam you. Like, I would never ever try to spam somebody with iframes. They could literally just start attacking. In my case, I started to buff because I don't know, I wanted to, you know, show the build at its full potential. And it turns out that it deals a shit ton of damage if you actually get to put the multi-hit buffs. With Darcy, I'm running the spiked physique for multi-hits. I'm running a Millicent's talisman and also using the other talisman, the Rotten Wing Sword insignia. All of those 3 stack together, so multi-hitting in this build is like essential, basically. Yeah, keeping up the pressure, you know, not letting off your enemy. So first 2 builds are more or less the same, like dexterity based, multi-hit based, but in this case I'm running a little bit more faith for Darcy's because I wanted to use regeneration, and since we have a massive health pool, as you saw in the previous clip, yeah, I'm running regeneration to synergize with the amount of HP. Definitely more tanky than the mercenary build. Also very pretty character, I mean, really liked it. Ooh, this is my favorite character, the multicaster build. It's just all-time favorite. Went through the DLC with it, so yeah, I've gathered a lot of love for that build. Here I'm mainly trying to you know, either proc Frostbite and then use some kind of fire spell, like Giant's Flame take D to one-shot, basically. The Intelligence and Faith hybrid build reaches the max casting... What is it called? Like the incantation scaling? Yeah, it reaches the max incantation scaling of any other talisman or stuff. The staff of Prince of Death had 80 intelligence and 80 faith, which is like around 420 incantations scaling or sorcery scaling, and it hits like a truck. I mean, it's way more worth it than using the Staff of Great Beyond. Oh fuck, I'm never hitting that spell again. Like the Impenetrable Thorns, they fucked the tracking for that spell, and it's never landing. Like, spoiler alert, that shit is not going to land in any clip of this video, because it's like pretty much impossible to land now. It's fucking wow. I didn't expect they would fuck up that hitbox like they did. But we can also rock, you know, other thorn sorceries like the Briars of Sin. That's a pretty good alternative. It has some level of poise, but I prefer the putrescent spells, the putrescent vortex, I think it's called. That one is kind of a better AoE to get people off of you. And now Ragnarbalder, yeah. This is pretty much like self-explanatory, big weapon, big damage, you know. Really tanky, also using regen to take advantage of that massive health pool. But I'm also coupling it with the bear class for like a backup weapon, like a backup fast alternative. You can also see in my arsenal when I make swaps that you can see that I'm using small hand axes, and of course the beast class too. The warp tags, bleed infused warp tags with an offhand bear claw or beast claw is insane for proccing bleed. Like, this is not an arcane build. I don't have any points into arcane, but it will proc bleed. That's how. And it will retain like the strength damage. It retains the strength scaling, because when you infuse weapons with bleed, arcane is going to make it so that the bleed part of the weapon scales, not really the damage. So it keeps the damage, but it gets that insane bleed proccing potential. And yeah, this guy uses the Freya's armor with the fur, because that's like the only tanky armor with fur. The other fur armors are really not tanky at all, so that's the thing. That's the fine balance between a build that is min-maxed but that also has character, and that's how I found it to, you know, thread that line. Again, the same thing, like people hitting you out of iframes, although these guys didn't really spam me, but it's really common in Seamless Co-op. I don't know why, but you get like 10 seconds of iframes and people still try to hit you. Like at any moment you're going to like get out of those iframes. But what they don't really seem to think about is that you can hit them too, so it's like the worst possible time to attack your enemy. It's when they have spawning iframes. Yeah. I remember when you didn't get any iframes. I remember those times. Yeah, fun times. So yeah, Kahara, look at that. Oh my god, look at that counter damage. And he didn't, that wasn't even like a direct hit. Like he blocked half of the attack. It still managed to deal 700 damage. Pretty powerful, I mean, and it's like unique to the backhand blades that you have that counter attack. Pretty crazy. I had some trouble dealing with the pressure these two guys were inflicting on me, and these aren't even like the most oppressive kind of players. Like they weren't that oppressive, but still they managed to give me a tough time. There you go. Good thing they didn't really finish off all of the PvE. There were still some banished knights over here that helped me. There we go. Some banished homies. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Fucking 1300 damage. And it deals more. It's that just happened to be what like that guy had as like maximum HP. And well, yeah, not the best, you know, map awareness there. This fight was kind of hard. Admittedly, this fight I struggled with for some reason. Like the dude that was wearing the Solitude armor, when he changed to the class of night, I couldn't deal with that. Like that shit was hard to deal with for some reason. Now look at that swift spear damage. I actually didn't really, I hadn't noticed like they added a spear that attacks multiple times. Yeah, it's a spear that's dropped by the Mesmer soldiers, and I didn't notice it until I, you know, saw it in my inventory, and I was like, hey, I haven't used this weapon. And when I saw its moveset, I was like, this is too weird. Is this like cut content or something? But no, it's like a weapon you can pick up from the Mesmer soldiers. And it's really fun. Perfect for a multi-hit build with that moveset. Multiple pokes. Real fun weapon. Of course this guy gave me trouble. I think this guy has like a pretty optimized build around the Claws of Night. But yeah. I still have the advantage though. I mean, we're on water. Pretty much all my damage type, all my weapons have lightning. Well, they're all lightning infused, so we have the advantage. Not a lot of poise damage on the Swift Spear though. Even though I infused it with Cracked Blade to actually deal more poise damage, doesn't seem to interrupt that easily. See there, he could even roll it, like poise roll, hyper armor roll through the hit. Yeah, not really the best at dealing poise damage. There we go, another big chunk of damage from the Swift Spear. And yeah, this place is beautiful. This arena, I think, is one of the best arenas in From Software games. Which is kind of a shame, because this is like a place that you only come here to fight a boss. And then you don't do anything else here. Oh shit, I almost died to the bleed proc. Yeah. Dangerous weapons. Especially with some poise. Can result into a very dangerous setup this guy has. Yeah, as I was saying, like this arena is so beautiful that it's kind of like a little bit sad that we don't use it for anything else. Like, we can fight here because this is in the scope, but on vanilla it's like you come here, you fight the boss, and you forget about the place. Like entirely. There's not even like a quest line here. So yeah. But oh well. Can't have everything, I guess. Now this fight I wanted you to look at, because this reminds me of the good old days. The good old Dark Souls 3 days. The days where we could have 3v2s at Gang City, you know. Uninterrupted PvP. The good old days, yeah. That shit is never going to land, by the way. I already told you. That spell, it ain't going to land. Even with people that are standing AFK or something, it just won't land, okay? But anyways, it fits the character, so hey. I'm still gonna fucking use it. Now, Ancient Death Rancor, that is a spell that actually lands, and it's really annoying to deal with, so... It's also boosted by our staff, so it would be pretty foolish not to use it, you know? I sort of view it like a debuff. It's so annoying that more than a projectile, since it's really slow, I think it's sort of like a debuff. It sort of takes away priority from you, right? If somebody casts Ancient Death Rancor on top of you, it's like you need to worry about that and the, you know, and the player itself. So yeah, it's like a pressure tool more than anything. What else do we have? Giant's Flame, Take the, yeah, pretty standard stuff. Like basically the best spells that I can think of. There, the lock on did me dirty, because of course why wouldn't it focus the invader, right? It's From Software. It's a From Soft game. Like the priority is to fuck the invader, okay? But yeah, he's a co-invader, so kinda sucks, but it's just not going to land. Not even while they're stunned by another spell. It's never landing, okay? That spell, it's an aesthetical spell. It's like a spell to, you know, you see it and you like say, what the fuck is that? What is that projectile? Because it doesn't hit you, but it's there. So like, yeah. Jesus. Oh, I'm so glad they gave more range to that Ash of War. That Ash of War needed a little bit more love. Hey, very quickly a 3v2 turns into a 2v2, then turns into a 1v2, and it's pretty much over before you can even say it's a 2v2, right? And the finisher. Fire coil. Fucking random ass shit. Yeah. Anyways. Ooh, this guy gave me trouble. This was like a Fight Club kind of thing, but I wanted to fight like while we waited. But it seems like this guy didn't really like that. Like he wasn't really digging that. He wanted to sit there. He wanted to do the classic. Well, he wanted to sit there and watch some fights, you know, not fight himself, I guess. I don't know, I don't really like Fight Clubs. I had like my Fight Club era back in the day in Dark Souls 3. This mod that came out during like the pandemic or whatever. What was the name? I think Champion Sashes. That was a really fun Dark Souls 3 mod. That was like a PvP exclusive. Fun times. Yeah, it seems like this guy didn't really want to have that. You know, he's cosplaying as a Cuckoo, like a Cuckoo Knight, so he wanted to bring that culture and just watch the fights instead of fighting himself. It seems like that non-consensual PvP isn't running in his, you know, in his blood. Nice setup though, like what's that stuff called? Like Azure stuff or whatever the fuck? I need to try that out. I haven't tried like those stuffs. Like the Azure stuff. I think it gives you like 30 virtual decks, so you still need to pair it with like a talisman or whatever the fuck. Then I invaded the same host again, and yeah, I wasn't fucking around with the Fight Club thing. I wanted to try and see if we can turn this into an invasion. And what do you know? Then guess who joins then? Guess who joins immediately then? Oh, he was already in the world. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It turns into a 1v2 again. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to handle those guys at the same time, so I had to retreat. See what I could do in the actual level, you know? I wonder what this guy is rocking for, like, his build, like, to make it that tanky. Like, the damage absorption for this dude must have been pretty high, because he does get hit. Like, he gets hit a lot actually, but you cannot tell. I don't know what the fuck hit me there. Like, some very weird things that are going on in these invasions. Very strange shit. Well, I guess it wouldn't be strange with that amount of lag, like 250 ms on this guy. Is this guy like Russian or something? Must be like at the other side of the world. Anyways. Yeah, as I was saying, this thing, going into the level, finding a choke point is like vital if you want to fight against more than one person. Like, it's just convenient. Like, in every single aspect, it's convenient to find a choke point. Like, everybody knows this. Now with sorcery guy I can build just fine. He doesn't seem to have like a very optimized build. I mean, he does a lot of damage, but not a lot of survivability compared to the other guy. Jesus, why am I so mean? What the fuck? Yeah, we're also rocking the how do you call this? Regeneration, because we have like a massive HP. Why wouldn't we? This time with a Bestial Vitality. Yeah. We're also using bows, but I think I should have used more great bows. Like, I should use more, I should dip my toes into the great bow thingy, because I don't really use it that much, and it's pretty useful, especially when chasing like a player with a coin invader. Yeah, very quickly it turned into a 1v2 there. Pretty fun invasion, pretty chaotic. I'd rather have this than a Fight Club, to be honest. I'm not really a Fight Club lover. But yeah. Oh, and this is the setup I was talking about earlier, like Bear Claws with Warp Tax, Bleed Infused. Pretty dangerous, like even if you're not running an arcane build, it will proc bleed. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the character sliders that I made for you. And well, you know the drill. If you want to see a specific character made by me, if you want to see a video about it, leave it down in the comments below. A while ago I got a request, an anime character, Okarun from Dan, and at the time I didn't know what they were talking about, so I wasn't really considering it. I didn't even search it up for some reason. I'm a shit YouTuber, I guess. But I stumbled across Dan, like the show. I'm obviously going to do it because like the anime is incredible, like the animation and all of that is really, really nice. So yeah, obviously I'm gonna make that character, and yeah. I'm also going to continue making Fear of Hunger 2 characters, and well, I had some trouble with the Premiere Pro for some reason, like the editor. If you guys know anything about that, feel free to let me know. Like, it's laggy whenever I make a change in the timeline. It takes like 20 seconds to make a cut, so I'll leave you with a couple of invasions, and yeah, that would be everything. Thank you for watching. Drake Soul out. Bye.